All right, guys, I got some big breaking news that I wanted to share with you. The U.S. Senator from California, Alex Padilla, he was just assaulted by Department of Homeland Security officers. So what happened was he was at a federal building in Los Angeles doing his job. He was getting a briefing on the protests and what's going on the ground. And he heard that in that same federal building, 2 doors over, Kristi Noem was giving a press conference. So he decided, let me walk in there and I have a question for her. And the question is basically, hey, are you guys still protecting people's First Amendment rights to protest? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you're even going after the peaceful protests. It's not like you're singling out the rioters and only using law enforcement against them. It looks like you're against all protests because the people protesting are protesting ICE, which is under the Department of Homeland Security, which of course Kristi Noem runs. So he went in there, she was in the middle of a press conference, he goes to ask a question, and DHS officers assault him, wrestle him to the ground, and then drag him out to the hallway and throw handcuffs on him. Wow. Now, the Republicans are pretending that, oh, we didn't even know that it was, a senator. Meanwhile, it's literally on video that one of the first things he says is, I'm Senator Alex Padilla. Okay. So, he did a press conference after this, and the point he made is the one that I can't get out of my head, which is, holy shit, if this is what you guys are doing to a U.S. senator who's asking a question at a public press conference, then what the fuck are you doing to day laborers, right? And cooks and, people who work in the kitchen and busboys and people who are looking for work at Home Depot or they're at the 7-Eleven or they're at the hair salon. If this is how you treat a U.S. senator doing his job and asking a question at a public press conference, holy shit, how are you treating everybody else in this country? And so here we are, man. I mean, we've been warning you about the rise of fascism for a really long time now, and it is all coming to fruition, man. I mean, by the way, we also have, as you know, the Democratic mayor of Newark was arrested by ICE when he was protesting ICE. You have an indictment against a different Democratic congresswoman. You have judges who've been arrested. And again, that's to say nothing about all of the innocent people who've had their lives destroyed by ICE. We're talking about good, hardworking people, family people, just trying to get by, just trying to pay the bills. They pay their taxes and everything. But this regime treats them like they're criminals. I already told you guys the numbers, but I did a deep dive on this the other day, and I looked up what percentage of immigrants are both undocumented and violent criminals. And the answer was less than 1%. As a raw number, it's 10,000 or fewer undocumented immigrant violent criminals in this country. Well, guess what? ICE has already arrested 100,000 people so far in this Trump term. 100,000, which means at least 90,000 people are totally innocent and have done nothing wrong. And by the way, the lucky ones just get deported. As we all know, there's a bunch of others, 288 to be exact, who were sent to a slave labor concentration camp in El Salvador with no due process whatsoever. So Trump came out earlier today and he said, I think he got like a call from Steve Wynn or one of these other, casino or hotel mogul assholes. And they told him like, sir, we love what you're doing, but I'm losing a lot of good workers here. So maybe pump the brakes a little bit. So Trump came out earlier today and he was like, we're looking into this and we're going to make some changes because it turns out we're losing a lot of good workers, and we want to make sure that the good people stay, but the criminals go. So he said something like that. Is that actually going to change anything? I have no idea. It is very possible that Trump sees these images on TV of these innocent people getting rounded up and farm workers being chased on camera and all this stuff. And he goes, you know what? This is bad optics. That's absolutely possible. And it's also possible him and Stephen Miller really got into it because Stephen Miller truly is the most fascist of all of the fascists. I mean, he's the Nazi's Nazi, where this guy, he yelled at ICE agents and said, wait a second, you're only deporting 1,200 people a day? We want 3,000, bitch. Go raid the hair salons and the 7-Elevens and the Home Depots. So that was a report from the other day that he berated ICE agents and said, you have to do more. You have to deport more people. So is it possible Stephen Miller had the reins and Trump's going, you know what, ease it up a little bit, I'm getting bad press? It's possible. It's also totally possible Trump is just saying that shit and then he'll continue with the current policy. Because as we all know, he's a prominent liar. So just the fact he could just say, oh yeah, we're going to make some changes, only going after criminals, but then go right back to doing the shit he's doing, right? So we'll have to wait and see, but holy shit, man. We're talking about a U.S. senator from California assaulted by DHS officers for literally asking a question at a public press conference. So as he said, if they do that to him, what do you think they're willing to do to you?